in our own little island, untouched by what is happening anywhere else, and not touching anything happening anywhere else. Paul Simon, when he wrote that famous song, I'm a Rock, he wrote a verse that said, I have my books and my poetry to protect me. I am shielded in my armor. I am hiding in my room. I am safe within my womb. I touch no one, and no one touches me. I am a rock. I am an island. And a rock feels no pain, and an island never cries. That's so Paul Simon. The truth is, countries like ours don't enjoy that luxury. We are part of the world, and we are going to be affected by what is happening in the world. But we have to be resilient enough to be able to get back on our feet as quickly as possible to recover from these jolts. That's why we've gone into renewable energy, because during this crisis, one of the most serious problems we have had is dealing with the volatility in the fossil fuel market, the oil market. And a lot of Barbados' foreign exchange that should have been spent on housing and education had to be spent on the importation of oil. We do not intend to find ourselves in that position again when the sun is shining in Barbados every day. I believe I met a gentleman here tonight who told me that he is the nephew of the late Professor Oliver Headley, who delivered the Sir Winston Scott Memorial Lecture many years ago. And the title of that lecture was, When the Oil Runs Out, the Sun Will Still Be Shining. And that is the philosophy around which we have been pivoting our development of the renewable energy sector. Ladies and gentlemen, I have not intended to come here tonight as though all of this is going to be easy. Leading a society, a small island developing state, in circumstances where you have no natural resources, you're relying on your human capital, and you're living in a fiercely competitive world, a world completely different, may I add, from the one in which Erabara led Barbados. Because that was still the world of where there were preferences, where countries like ours were enjoying preferences coming out of our colonial experience, and where foreign markets were open to us on terms that were friendly. Today, we have to box in the same ring with the most powerful country in the world. For all of our successes, we have been excluded from concessional financing and international financial institutions. We have been told we are too prosperous to get concessional financing. So we have to box in that ring. And we have to, what Muhammad Ali used to say, float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. We have to do that. So none of this is going to be easy. And I keep telling Barbadians this. But since we know it is not going to be easy, we have to steel ourselves for all the challenges that lie ahead. We have to get all the inspiration we can from the thoughts of our founder leader, the father of our nation, the Right Excellent Errol Walton Barrow. And I always tell people that we can take some consolation from that famous poem written by Henry Wordsworth Longfellow, a verse of which says, or a verse of which reminds us, not enjoyment and not sorrow is our destined end or late, but to act that each tomorrow finds us further than today. And that is the commitment of the government of Barbados. That is the commitment of the people of Barbados. And I'm sure that you ready, willing, and able to join us all in the prosecution of that commitment. Thank you very much. I should have acknowledged, of course, the presence of the head of the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., Cheryl Carter, who is hiding there in the back. Good to see you, Cheryl, once again, and of course, our ambassador to Geneva, His Excellency Mr. Bentley Gibbs, who is here with us this evening as well. Very glad to have Ambassador Gibbs here with us, and of course to have Cheryl, who is doing a very good job here for our tourism sector here in London. I know that the Minister of Tourism is going to be here next week for the World Travel Market, and therefore he will have his own say. Just reminded me, he's not supposed to say more than I have said. But very pleased to have you, and I look forward to interfacing with you as the evening goes on. Thank you very much.